Got a bit of a quiet afternoon, so gonna have a little natter while I'm smoking a doob. Yeah, see someone commented today on one of the videos I posted about 2 years ago. Right, but next door's got visitors around there at the moment, and it's currently silent. Yeah, if he's on his own and he's talking to someone, he's deaf and he's got a deep accent, and you can actually hear it coming through the walls. I can, especially if I've got hyper alert senses at the time. Well, what happened since 2 years ago? Beat the system anyway. Went to prison and beat the system. Killed my jailers. Destroyed their authority behind their throne. Not a bad way to end this last year. This year's started off exactly the same. So 2 days ago, we had a power cut. 9 o'clock. 9:50 actually in the morning. Only lasted a minute. But it was enough to reset the router, cameras, everything, so couldn't do nothing. Not that I was trying to, I was laying in bed thinking about my dad at the time, who passed away last year. Or this year, sorry. No, last year. Anyway, that aside. The following day, a historical church in London went up in flames. Bearing in mind what happened the year before, there was a power cut. Well, there was 3 power cuts, a set of 3 power cuts. And then the heat just got turned right up, didn't it? And by the summer, so that's 6 months later, London's burning. So power cuts, London's burning, right? Well, power cuts, London's burning, and then the head of the system died. Right, so this year so far we've got power cut, London burning. A bit like my dogs, I live in there now. Not in what's going to happen next week, next month, tomorrow, couldn't give a shit. I definitely don't live as part of that society, so it has no power over me any longer. I reversed the legal word spell. And it scared the fucking shit out of them. Since then, my state benefits have nearly tripled. It's almost like I'm being paid to go away and shut up. Anyway, it's given me a more comfortable standard of living. Can cope with everything. A little while ago I was looking at a man online's dogs. He's got some nice Staffy cum Borbell mix puppies, but there's no females left. I want a female for these 2, or one of them anyway. Yeah, how's life going these days anyway? Absolutely no problems. Been getting over my father's death. Still taking my antidepressants, but they're working. I avoid any dramas, specifically. No drug problems, I only smoke. Yeah, I've had a look at other people's channels and that. Saw something today and I thought, well, someone looks very manic or whatever, or hyperactive, don't know. I'm having a coffee and it makes me go like that. Except I don't focus on the negative in life anymore. Makes me ill otherwise. So I focus on the positive in life. And watch silly shit. Stuff that makes me laugh. I see someone's so close to making his breakthrough like, at the moment, which is good for him. You know, I wouldn't be sitting there like that if I had the reach he has, you know. You could say, I need a bit of help doing this, and you got it done basically, haven't you? You know, you can't have that many people you know without being able to get shit done. You want a bit of concrete laid, you buy a cement mixer, don't you? You see what I'm saying? If I want the garden sorted out, I've got to either potter about doing it myself or wait for somebody else to come and do it. Well, like I said, 2 years since that video, still sitting there exactly the same, so unless I do it, it ain't going to get changed, is it? So that's my little projects I'm focusing on while I still can. I'm losing the use of my hands at the moment. Lock fingers. And that weren't a flip of the bird, that was knuckles keep seizing up. Getting it in both hands, so I've got to get any heavy duty work so I can get myself through. I've got to get it done this year. Just in case I can't the following year. While I'm not drinking and doing anything stupid, I'm getting the driving licence applied for. Not because I want a car, but because I've got dogs and I'm not sure how life's going to change, so I'd rather have the driving licence, except with all the bills that go with it. So I'll just get the licence in case I need it. Yeah, apart from that, no dramas, like I said. The kids are doing what they should be doing, so no problems there. Neighbours don't have nothing to do with them, so they ain't giving me any problems. They try to be curious, you know, but they kept pushing, and I said, look, you won't like the outcome, mate, so leave it out. And he kept pushing, didn't he? Then he got thumped after he tried to kill me, and he didn't like it, wanted to point a finger at me. So I did the time, owned it, and now I laugh about it. Wasn't very funny at the time, and it caused a lot of shit. But maybe that was supposed to happen at that time, eh? I was either supposed to be crushed by it or emerge victorious. And unfortunately, it wasn't Her Majesty's pleasure, was it? It was mine. She's the one that ended up dead, not me. So, yeah. Could sit about worrying about whether they're going to try and kill me or whatever, couldn't I? Or just say, well, fuck it, if they're going to kill me, I might as well first. Make them hesitate, won't it? And then if you point out how quick the same thing could repeat, so the first time was just a natural occurrence and the second time was learned behaviour. Aha, now you're getting it. So you can either do your own head in, trying to work your own life out, all the spider web bits and all that, or you can just let it all go and manifest what you want. Or you can cling to the past like wreckage and let it drag you down and make you ill, which is what I've been doing, isn't it? So I just let it all go and it's creating a new, different future. But going are the things of my parents' generation. Their monarchies, their governments, their dirty fucking nonsense, do you know what I mean? No room for that in the future. Am I affiliated to anybody? Nope. I don't vote Labour, I don't vote Tory. Anarchist by nature. I don't bow down to false gods like royals and shit like that. That's parents' generation, isn't it? Doff your cap to your masters. Nah, none of that here. I'll just do the best I can by my kids, my family. My dog needs a bit, so I'll try and sort it out. If it don't get sorted out and someone thinks there's something else behind that and blah, it's like, well, actually, just look at the simple side of life, mate. That's all I'm about. Yeah, all that, what is it, when you get your kids to watch studio clowns on the TV and shit, and you got your Mr. Blobby, your fucking Puddick, the fucking teddy bear with the patch over his hide, you know what I mean, all that bullshit. Nah, it's nothing to do with me. I like Al Murray, watching Dr. John Campbell debunk all the government's bullshit about how they've made all the public ill. Who's that other geezer I listen to? Working out how they've set it all up. Yeah, because without that, they wouldn't be able to do their fucking nasty shit what they do on the seedy side of life. So they have to set up the system first. Dr. Barry Trower. Yeah, check him out. On how the UK Crown can put a germ in a country and it could be left there for decades, centuries, and they can activate it with frequencies and chemtrails. Just think about that, because the whole world got hoodwinked a little while ago. And he's already admitted the Crown's had that technology for at least 50 years. They can magically pop a virus up anywhere in the world. So why did it actually all start happening when the Prince Andrew story broke then, and Epstein? Isn't that, hey, look over there? Don't look at that, look over there, isn't it? You come to see what's going on, have you, Hulkster? He's busy snoring away over there. Yeah, so this year, what am I going to do this year? I haven't got any megalomania plans, you know what I mean? My mission at the moment's find a cement mixer, like I said. As the weather starts drying out come springtime, all the slabs I've got under my kitchen window I can reuse down the garden. I want to get the base put in where the swimming pool goes and get the front fence sorted out, and then start working up there, working up the fence line until I get the corner bit done at the end of the garden. I want all that done this year. So I don't think I'll be able to do it next year, so I want it all done this year. And that'll be my little fuck you statement to the ones that ended up setting me up and putting me in prison. Because I should have been crushed, you know, I should have been on my arse, evicted, no money. And instead, because I didn't buckle, everything come back double. Even dogs came back as twins. So I could be all technical about stuff, or just say, you know how karma works. You know the whole human body is an electrical system. The state actually know I'm a slider now. A slider, or SLI, is street light interference syndrome. Your body produces energy. You can, the same as a vibe, you can project a vibe, but you can actually project your body's energy as well and interact with energy around you, if you know how to do it. Well, I do. I've been doing it since I was a kid. And I ain't no party trick no more. So, as the world gets more uncertain, they keep head fast bumbling their way into a war. You got one president boasting he can shoot rockets and they'll be there in whatever time and nothing can stop them. How would you ever defend against something like that? Fuck it, you'd have to test it on a rocket or something, wouldn't you? Now, if only there was a rocket you knew would be at a certain place at a certain time. Not over the mid-Atlantic ridge, so you know the area, the geography, what sort of time it's going to be up there. Right. Can electrical interference change the trajectory of the missile? You've only got one shot at it because there's one missile in it. If you can't do it on that one, you can't do it on the one that's unstoppable. So you go out of body, do your thing. Poor old Richard Branson. Maybe his toy did work and it was something else that was going on there that you weren't aware of. See, all the royalty shit and the Pope shit and all that bollocks don't mean nothing if you can't do it, can't affect whatever's above your head, does it? First rule of warfare, be able to affect the skies above your head. Oh dear. So a Russian hypersonic missile could be hit, have its course changed. Yeah, that's a defence, isn't it, against something that is unstoppable. Oh well, know your worth in life, eh? Got love and peace in my house. That's how I keep it. I don't let outside influences affect what's going on in the house anymore. So if my own mother's being an arsehole, yeah, keep that shit there. Don't want to know. My dog's being an arsehole, it goes in the crate. If it's being too anxious, it gets pushed away until it calms down. Marnie's getting very vocal lately, making staffy squeaky noises and pity noises. Quite funny. When he wants a sweet or something, he makes silly noises. But loving the dogs I've got. I can't do as much as I'd like at the moment, which is why I want to get a driving licence sorted out. Then if we decide we want to go and do something one weekend, I've just got to borrow a van, haven't I? You know what I mean? Ah dear. Go down the beach, chuck a couple of fishing rods in the sea or something. I don't know. That sort of stuff. But bit by bit, innit? Me PIP is guaranteed until 2026. So I want at least a driving licence off the government bought and paid for before anything changes, rather than sit around waiting for them to change things, because you know they're going to. So if I do a project a month, cement mixer 1 month, angle grinder the following month, you know, circular saws, Kangos, build up a proper trade enabling set of tools, driving licence, everything, all bought and paid for by the government. So you've got the ability to create out of nothing should they or their system collapse. You see what I mean? It could be either or with what's going on at the moment with this country. You got fleas, have you? You might have, so you can have a shampoo tomorrow and have some flea treatment. Want to jump up? Come on then. Up. Up. There you go. Alright. There you go. Yeah, we don't have a bad life. I get up in the morning, have a coffee and a ciggy. Dogs have a run around the garden. Then they have their sort of staffing morning nap. Sometimes I nap with them. And that's about it. Life's a lot quieter because they've done their worst and they still ain't got rid of me, so... Well, you know, careful when you run around the neighbourhood gossiping, telling people someone's mad and provoking that person, and then the person turns around and dings you. So he reaped his own whirlwind, basically. And I still don't give a fuck. I'm never saying sorry. I've even told probation that. I said, no way I'm ever going to apologise to him. I said, for the simple fact he tried to kill me. So there's no way on this earth he's getting an apology. That's the end of that matter. Last time they made it an issue, look what happened. It ended up like something out of Carrie, do you know what I mean? All sorts of weird shit started happening. Well, you know, unfortunately, if you go into a courtroom knowing they're trying to put some legal hex on you, and they try using fear. Yeah. In my position, I was overdosing in the courtroom, and while they was trying to curse me, something had already been let loose in there anyway by me. And I said it'd probably go for the top of the tree. And it did. So there you go. When they said, why did you do that? I said, well, I'm not going to prison, I was innocent. So rather take an overdose in the actual courtroom, so I'll be dead before I get in a prison cell. Really? I said, yeah, why not? So, like, as the judge is telling me what he's going to do, I'm like drinking the actual thing in front of him, and he's completely unaware, and I'm like smiling at him, yeah, as I'm sipping away at it. Like I said, end result wasn't in their favour, was it? You can't do something in someone's name. And if there is a creator watching on, you know, I was either meant to die that day or not. And I didn't. Or did I? Said to my dad the following day after I woke up after that overdose. So it's weird. I said, it's almost like somebody else has stepped into my body. Things feel different. And he went, woo. So just his reaction to what I said, like, and then bit by bit, as they kept turning the screws, and you know, I'd already warned them I was a slider and they was ramping up the pressure. Sooner or later there's going to be a reaction, and that's exactly what happened. First the power cut started, then the weather. It's all energy related, remember. And the temperature went through the fucking roof. Everything started burning. In an appointment with some medical people, where I'm talking about being gassed the Investigatory Powers Act being used to move the person into my life, to cause the problems, to set me up, to get me locked up, blah de blah de blah. And I said, yeah. I said, the bitch even came up here while I was in there. I said, and that's the fucking liberty. And the two women's like, who's he talking about? What fucking bitch? I said, so I've just been talking about the Investigatory Powers Act being set up, sent to prison for Her Majesty's pleasure, and the bitch comes up here while I'm in prison. Anyway, didn't work out too well, did it? Off she ran to Scotland and died. Funny old world, isn't it? And then, couldn't have been more scripted if it was done myself. By the end of the year, the Pope's died as well. Her authority to rule, leaving only a Jesuit Pope now to be dealt with. But that's not my job. Oh, the dogs will start barking in a minute. Neighbours outside the window. Yeah, so that's what's been going on. Seeing how long it'll take the dogs to react. Yeah. Well, that's what's been going on here. Been no mental health episodes, or I've had a proper full PTSD meltdown now, I must admit. But no other problems. I've still got my disabilities. They still are as they are. And progressing over time. But apart from that, not too bad. I don't do a lot, so I don't use too much energy.